So today we are going to be learning the side swept fishtail braid for Instabraid and Fae4. So you want to start out by a deep side part with your hair, and you're going to go in and spray a medium hold hairspray. The Fae4 workable wear is actually great for braiding because it doesn't dry up when you are braiding the hair. So it's easier to grip onto pieces, and your hands don't get sticky from the hairspray either. So go ahead and spray that through. And we are going to start by taking a section right up at the hairline right next to that part. So you want to go ahead and divide that section into 2 strands. And what you're basically going to be doing this entire time is taking from the outside of one and crossing under to the other side. Same thing with that side. You're crossing from the outside, under, to the opposite side. As you continue to work your way down, you're going to start to add hair in from the outside section. So all I'm doing is just crossing under with a section from either side, but also adding in as I continue to cross under. That way the braid will stick directly onto the head rather than kind of just being all over the place pretty much. So I'm just going to continue that process down, and that's pretty much what you're doing the whole time with this braid. It's pretty simple once you get the hang of it. It's just getting used to crossing under rather than over. So you also want to direct the hair around the side of your head so you really get that side swept technique. So this braid is also great because it is perfect for really any kind of hair type. For instance, you don't have to have super long hair for this. So what you could do is you could do this braid just halfway and then pin it and kind of create that headband look, rather than taking it all the way down like we're doing for this braid. So all I'm doing is I'm just taking from the outside, adding some hair in, and crossing under. Now don't be afraid too, if you have some little pieces that are sticking up, that's okay, because we're gonna go in and pull the braid out. So it's okay to have a little bit of a messier look to it, because it just gives it a little more of that boho braid vibe. So as I continue down, once I have no more hair to add on the side of the head, I'm just going to continue the pattern that we've been doing by just grabbing from the outside and crossing under to the other side. And it's okay too, I have some shorter pieces so they'll stick out, but that's totally fine. Don't feel like you need to start the braid over just because of that. So once you get to the end, when you feel like you have no more to braid, before tying it with an elastic, we're going to spray it with a texture spray. So we're going to use the Fae4 Texture Takeover. What this will do is it will just add a little more grip to the braid so that when I go to pull it out, all those pieces don't just slip right out of my hands and I end up ruining it. So you're just going to go through and spray it all the way through. And then you're just going to simply pull at either end of the braid, starting from the bottom and working your way up through the top. And it's okay too if you pull almost a little too hard and some pieces come flying out, because it just gives it that lived-in braid look. See, I just did it with this piece, which is totally fine. So as you can see, I'm really going in and just loosening this whole braid up quite a bit. And this is that braid that you see that you think, oh, well, they have a ton of hair. I can't simply achieve that. But this is all they're doing 95% of the time to make that braid look super big and super thick. Okay, so now that we have gone through and pulled out the braid a little bit, I'm just going to tie with an elastic. And then I'm just gonna pin that piece that's sticking out a little too much for my liking. So I'm just gonna pin at least a little bit of it back. Okay, there we go. Okay, and once you finished your braid, go ahead and spray it with a little bit of a medium hold just so that that hair really doesn't go anywhere. And there you have it, side swept fishtail.